and start asking the question instead of, why is that happening to me? And start going to, why is that actually a good thing? Why this is actually a good thing? This is going to change the projection of your entire life. Welcome to the Effortlessly Abundant Life podcast. I'm Natalia, a certified hypnotherapist and a mindset shifter. Not too long ago, I was a broke, burned out, multi-passionate, single woman to now making six figures effortlessly, marrying the love of my life and attracting what I want by using my unique bridge method. I'm here to help you achieve the results you want in any area of your life by owning your true unique self with less doing, less stress, and definitely less effort. Now let's jump to today's episode in 3, 2, 1. Hello, my loves, and welcome to another episode of Effortlessly Abundant Life. How was your Thanksgiving? How was your time with your family, maybe with yourself? I hope you had the best, nourishing, filled with love and gratitude time and just this weekend. And it's so interesting. How many of you felt so overwhelmed by Black Friday deals, like between thinking that like you have your list of the things you kind of know they're going to go on sale. So you have your list, and then you have the people that you feel like you need to get them presents. And then you have all these brands that you like, oh yeah, I was consider buying from them and now they're gonna sell, so I'm gonna buy that. And like all these like on top of all these things. And it's just so overwhelming. And one thing that I told my client that is so important to ask herself before we buy anything is, do I need it? But more importantly, why do I need it? Right? How many of you buying stuff just because you feel it's going to make you look better, or it's going to make you feel better, right? It all comes down to the feeling, right? If you want to buy right now, let's say a mask for your face, and you're thinking, okay, this mask, why I want this mask for, let's say it's a luxury mask. It's like $200 mask and it goes on sale, right? Why do I need this mask? Oh, because I want to feel pretty, or I want to nourish myself and give myself the love and self-care, right? How much it would be more effective if we would give that to ourselves first. When we're going to stop nourishing or fulfilling certain kind of void or anything that we feel like we need and crave through external things such as products, people, experiences, situations, and we start giving to ourselves first, because remember, it's all about the emotions, and it's about finding the emotion and create that emotion within you. Everything changes, right? Suddenly you feel like you don't need all these stuff. You literally don't need, because I am in this era where less is more. I don't want tons of clothes. I don't want tons of bags. I don't want tons of shoes and stuff everywhere. I want my like favorite things that I absolutely love and have less things, less clutter. And it's so much easier to go to Black Friday. It's like, no, I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't want all this junk. And if I want it, I kind of, that's the abundance mindset of like not waiting. If I want something, I will have it, and knowing the money always will support me in whatever it is that I want. But one thing that for sure, I hope you invested in yourself. If you missed it on my social media or in the newsletter, which my close soul cycle, these are my people that get everything first. They got the pre Black Friday deal of getting my 5 courses, Escape the Matrix, for literally $11. Insane. Okay. I cannot put a number in the value of these 5 courses, because there's no money that can be equal or give a representation of the value getting there, because it's literally years combined into this very potent 5 courses, like showing you how to create the most epic morning routine that's going to set you up for the day, how to clear your emotion blockage using my breakthrough breathwork session that is very powerful. You're going to have the right clear to create. It's like my favorite course that is going to teach you how to alkaline any low frequency energy on the not just understanding it, but physically how you alkalining it to a higher vibration state that literally can transform your life because that's how you're hacking the matrix, right? By changing yourself and your frequency and having the universe reflect that back to you. So all these things and all the courses that few of them that I mentioned, everything is going to be in the description bar below. You're still getting a very, very good price. And also, if you wanted to work with me one-on-one, there's also that option as well. So that is that. And what I wanted to talk with you guys today is such, I think so many of you are going to relate to that. And it kind of happened between my clients, so much going on personally for some of them, and in terms of things that are not working out, quote unquote, like cars being broken down, there is some breakups going on, there is some work issues going on, financial issues going, like everybody in their own journey. And for me, it was something that happened before Thanksgiving where I went to a business lunch with a potential client, and I was already sitting. I already ordered kind of my food. I was really, really hungry. I was like, I'm just gonna start like munching while they're coming over. And the interesting thing, this person accepted the invitation on the dot. I was like, okay, so he probably like looking at the address, and he's gonna be here any minute. Long story short, I waited there for 30 minutes and he was nowhere to be found. And then I got an email. I was like, I'm so sorry. I have an emergency. I'm in Brooklyn. I can't come. And just like what would you do in this situation, right? You will probably get very upset. And that is normal, right? That is a human first emotion that is totally normal. But where and just using this analogy, obviously you can use this analogy to anything and apply it to anything in your life, big or small, there's no such thing. But the reason why I'm telling you this is here is a situation what happened. Now, what is the reaction? What is our reaction? Literally 100% of the suffering that most of us endure and we feel and we cause to ourselves and others is by holding on to the anger, holding on and chewing it like like when you chew a gum and there's no taste already, you chew it till it's completely dead. And you keep chewing on it and chewing on it, and it becomes this big snowball that you can't even stop because you finding more reasons to be angry, more reasons to feel like a victim. And that is where the suffering happens. So it's not the incident that caused suffering, because the same thing can happen to somebody else and they're going to react a completely different way, which it's interesting. I used to be that person before I did all my work, right? I used to be so upset, even when the train, like in New York, right? I live on a train, right? So let's say I'm swiping my Metro card and I'm walking in and the train left and there's literally a train 5 minutes later. But I would get so upset, right? If somebody disrespecting me by coming late 30 minutes to our meeting while I got dressed and I found babysitter and made all these things to make it happen and they're not there, I would get very upset too, right? But the worst thing, I would have this like a whole thing. I would call a friend, I would share it. I would like, can you believe this and this and this and da 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 da, and make a whole fuss about it. Or what I did in that day was, now that I know, right? After all the work that I'm doing and everything that I'm talking about, my clients probably listen to this like they know what I'm about to say. There's always a reflection, meaning there's always a meaning to the situation that you experience it. It's not just coming from thin air. There is something that the universe is reflecting back to you that you can learn from it. So, where am I not showing up for myself? Mm. And that is the first thing. Instead of coming back to the my old self, right? I would go right away to like, how did they can do this to me? Why is it happening to me? How dare they? And that was the victim mentality. And now I take full responsibility of my life and I say, huh, interesting. What is it here to teach me? What is the reflection here? And that's something once you start be because I teach that to my clients and they teach them how to tune into their intuition. And the more you ask your intuition, the more answers you're going to get. It's just this one of those things that it's like a muscle that you need to develop. And the more you trust it, the more it's going to give you all the answers. So I asked my intuition right away, what the hell is that? It's like, you're not showing up for yourself. Where I'm not showing up for myself in my life. And that it was a completely different experience. And then I ask myself, what is the good thing that came out of this? Why is it actually a good thing that he canceled on me? Oh my God, I can catch up on my emails. Oh my God, I can have this sandwich. You know, sometimes when you're meeting, you feel like you can't eat properly because you're trying to be not a savage right in front of them. So, I can actually eat and actually, have big bites and be messy. And oh my God, it's so cool. And oh my God, I can call this person and catch up on work right before Thanksgiving. All these things that I have suddenly time. And when you start to adapt this mindset and start asking the question instead of, why is that happening to me? And start going to, why is that actually a good thing? Why this is actually a good thing? This is going to change the projection of your entire life. And for some of you, I already can feel the cynical, the critical, the very logical mind that are saying, but what do you mean? Like, not everything is good. Some things are bad. Some things, like, of course, you can have the experience of feeling it bad, but it's a choice in the end of the day. And what do you choose to feel? You choose to feel icky. You choose to feel the contraction. Do you want to feel the anger all the time? You want to hold on to it? Or do you want to experience true freedom? Because the true freedom that we're talking here in Effortlessly Abundant Life and about hacking the matrix, it's not about leaving to Bali physically, leaving your 9 to 5 and having this life where you have, nothing other than you're living off your land and this is your way to escape the matrix. That is not true freedom. Freedom is also not having bazillion of dollars and just be in that aspect free. That's not freedom. Freedom is when you truly in control of your feelings and you're truly in control of yourself. And that is how you control your surrounding, your experience of your surrounding, your experience of your life. And you create the life that you want because everything is a reflection of our thoughts, of our feelings, of our vibration, everything. So instead of saying, well, this guy's a jerk, but why is it comes to my radar? Why is I'm a match to this? And that is the question. So many of us don't want to ask because it's like, but they're just assholes. All right. But it happened to you. You experience it. Now the question is why you experiencing it? What is it to teach you about yourself? Because Source is so freaking smart, obviously, right? Where he created for us this amazing opportunity to grow as souls through relationships, through situations and people and events that helps us to see what it is that we can see for ourselves in ourselves, right? We can't see sometimes like these dormant or subconscious particles that needs to be uncovered and unlocked and expended. Sometimes we can't see it. But when you have somebody that pisses you off so much, that is where you start like questioning, why is it happening with this person? And then I attracted with this person. I attract this situation. And it's the same feeling. That is a massive reflection because your soul, your higher self love you so fucking much. It wants you to learn through these experiences so you can go to the next level, right? And feel and experience the reality you really want. If you want to make and have a business that is multi-million dollar business and you want to be able to not only attract it but also to be able to hold it, what it is that you think your universe, source, and your higher self is going to do. They're going to see where are you emitting, where parts of you are not there yet to be a match for it. And they're going to bring you people, situations, and events that is going to show you where do you need to still work on, where do you need to let go, where you need to shift, where you need to strengthen some parts of you to be a match for it. And not only to be a match for it, but be able to hold the density of this new, let's say, business or relationship or whatnot. It doesn't matter what it is. It's the same thing. You see how everything is for you? So before you go to the victim mentality and you're hating everybody and their mother, really start asking the question, why is it actually a good thing? What is it here to teach me about myself? And when you do that and you take radical responsibility, everything freaking changes. So I really wanted to share with you, just by that example, that seems very minor. It could be anything in your life. The fact that you don't have a relationship, or the fact that you don't have the clients, or the fact that things are not working out as you think. Everything is working out for you because it's you who projecting this situation and these events. But why is actually it's a good thing, and seeing the positive in everything that you're experiencing. That is the biggest hack of taking the suffering part that is not necessary for your growth and not necessary for your true experience of life. Because in the end of the day, we're here as souls to what? Expand, learn, right? That's what we're here for. But more importantly, do it in a joyous way. The suffering is always a choice. You're going to be growing. You're going to be having reflections. You're going to be having challenges in your life. The question is, are you adding on top of that, that extra syrup of suffering and really chewing out too much instead of being more neutral about it emotionally and seeing things from a very kind of more third perspective and a more higher perspective, from your higher self perspective, and seeing, why is it showing up in my life? What is it wants to show me about myself? Where is it I need to tweak in things? And what is the good here? What is the good here? Why is it actually good? What happened? And you're going to feel this immense relief, this immense gratitude, this immense of just love for yourself and for others. And you're not going to feel this judge and this person that's trying to correct everybody, make everybody follow a certain rule or line, because that is freaking exhausting. You cannot control 8 billion people around the world. You cannot. The only thing you can control is what it is you're emitting. You, who you are, and the experience of what it is that you're going through. So I hope you love this episode. If you feel that somebody needs to hear this, send this to them, okay? Post it on your stories, because I feel like the biggest pandemic is people are choosing to suffer. And that is the biggest thing. And I hope this perspective and what I channeled is really resonates with your heart and it makes sense for you, knowing that everything is truly, truly is for you and everything is actually in your hands more than you think. It's just we're focusing on the wrong thing that we want to control because we're going to control anyway, right? We want to control, but we don't want to control the people, the situations through trying to change them. We want to control our perception of reality through how we choose to feel and what it is that we need to change in ourselves or strengthen ourselves so we can experience the world better. It's interesting. There was this quickly picture on Instagram that came to me. And there was this girl, there was a wall, and there was a garden on one side of it that it was full of roses. And the girl was just sitting there sad, right? Full of roses. And on the other side, you had this one girl with nothing other than grass, and was this one beautiful flower that she admired so freaking much. And that is the analogy here. You can have it all, but not see nothing. And you can have one thing and have the abundance and feel the abundance and the gratitude from this one flower. So, what do you choose? Because it's not the money's going to make you happy. It's not the relationship is going to make you happy. The amount of flowers are not going to make you happier. It's what is your experience and what it is you perceive from that one flower that is going to make you feel truly, truly happy and then not be dependent on anything external. So, with that, my loves, I love you so much. And as I said, join the Break the Matrix, the 5 courses for literally, it's like so freaking cheap and it's for a limited time. So, go join us and start this process. And if you want to go deeper, book a single session with me. If you want to have your human design chart read to you, level 1 and 2. If you want to have clarity where I use my intuition to read your creator field, to read your higher self, to really help you to navigate a challenge or something you feel stuck in, what it is that you need to do. Also, if you feel some kind of physical pain, whatever reflection comes to your life, that is something we can work on, or you can use this time to clear forever one limited belief. So either way, this time is going to be transformative. And as I said, the best investment you can always know that you're going to get the best ROI, return of an investment, is investing in yourself. So with that, I promise you, I'm like the third time I'm trying to say goodbye, but there's more things popping up. But truly, truly now, I love you guys so much and enjoy the rest of your day wherever you're listening. And I can't wait to see your shares. I can't wait to hear your comments. And I can't wait to see how that resonates with you. I love you so much.